All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? I cannot believe I'm making this video, yo. I thought this was done. All right, so as we all know, it looks like Birdman and Lil Wayne are on the same page now. They agreed on a settlement. Lil Wayne released his Carter 5 less than 24 hours ago. But this story has taken a very, very sharp turn left again. So if you don't remember, a few years ago, when Birdman was heavily around Young Thug, they were promoting the Rich Gang. Wayne and Birdman's relationship was at an all-time worst. This was back in 2015. We remember that there was a guy by the name of Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe Winfrey, right? And there was a report that he shot up a tour bus that was owned by Lil Wayne on I-285 after a concert, and the motive for that shooting was always up in the air. Now, prosecutors, this is what prosecution believes. They believe that Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe Winfrey was simply out to deliver a hit that was put out by Young Thug and Birdman, all right? Now, on Friday, the Cobb County District Attorney's Office said it will decide in the next couple of weeks whether they want to charge Young Thug and Birdman for co-conspiring Pee Wee Roscoe to shoot at Lil Wayne. Now, this is, again, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. They come out with this story the day the Carter 5 is released. Now, I want to make sure I get every element of this story correct according to what I'm reading. Pee Wee Roscoe claims that he was not the person that shot at the tour bus. He obviously is not saying who did it, but it was obviously somebody inside of his car, wherever he was located at when they shot at Wayne's tour bus. Pee Wee's currently serving a 10-year prison sentence for it, all right? He's going to do 10 years inside of a prison, then he's going to do 10 years on probation afterwards. And the reason why this was even brought up again was because the driver of Wayne's tour bus, his bus got shot up, so he's pissed. Alvin Lewis, he's suing Pee Wee, Birdman, and Young Thug because he believes that they conspired in the shooting that caused him pain and suffering. So his civil suit has now brought up more evidence to believe that this Birdman and Young Thug should be charged criminally. All right, this is a real thing that's happening right now. So in Lewis's lawsuit again, Alvin Lewis is the owner of the tour bus that had Lil Wayne inside of it. He brought up evidence that shows Young Thug was tied to this Winfrey guy, right? He called 8 times in the 12 minutes leading up to the shooting. This is real evidence. There's phone records that show Young Thug called this Winfrey guy 8 times in the 12 minutes leading up to the shooting of Wayne tour bus. And there's also a phone call that Lewis has obtained in which it's from Birdman talking to Pee Wee while he's behind bars, and he said, "Time for you to come out here and get your money. You did everything you could do, boss. It's eye-opening. It's strictly business, man." I cannot believe what I just read to y'all. That is Birdman's words according to this phone call that was inside of the Lewis civil suit. Again, they obtained these phone calls, and also what doesn't make anything better, the phone that Young Thug called Pee Wee on right before Pee Wee and company decided to allegedly shoot up Wayne's tour bus was owned by Birdman. This really happened, ladies and gentlemen. Look, man, I don't even have opinions on this. All I know is in the next 2 weeks, a judge will decide if he wants to criminally, again, now we're going back into the criminal side because we have new information, excuse me. A judge will decide in the next couple weeks if he wants to criminally throw charges on Young Thug and Birdman, because they now believe they have enough evidence to say that, no, they put this man Pee Wee up to shoot at Lil Wayne. I'm just giving y'all the information. I have no opinion on all this. I will say this, though. Maybe if this is true, maybe this is where Birdman was at in 2015. Maybe that's how bad him and Wayne got, and maybe he doesn't feel that way today. Obviously, we've seen Birdman and Wayne together. Birdman was just on stage at Wayne's Louisiana Fest. Maybe he felt like that then, and he doesn't feel like that now. If that's true, I will also say Every time Birdman has spoke in an interview about Lil Wayne, he said nothing but the greatest of stuff about his son. He said nothing but like, yo, we're gonna figure this thing out. It's, you know, this is my son. We're gonna figure it out. And I know people lie in interviews and do other stuff behind the scenes. I just find it hard to believe a brother that has did everything in his power to make sure the Carter 5 gets released at this point in time. I find it hard to believe at one point in time he was planning on shooting or had some type of co-conspiracy plot, whatever, plan to shoot at his son Lil Wayne. Again, crazy situation. Jimmy Pee Wee Roscoe Winfrey is currently serving a 10-year sentence inside of a prison cell, and then he's going to do 10 more years of probation afterwards. But prosecutors are claiming, no, this is not Jimmy alone. He might have been the shooter, but they believe they have enough evidence because of this tour bus silver suit to believe that no, Birdman and Young Thug were criminally involved in this situation. They put this guy up to it. I don't know if that's true or not. That's not for me to judge. This is some real stuff that I don't really want to get involved in. So I want to thank you so much for the time, love, and support. Oh, I don't take it for granted. Just trying to enjoy the Carter 5, but stuff like this keeps happening. Whoa. This is a big story. This is breaking news into my platform. We'll obviously keep you guys up to date. Again, in the next 2 weeks, we'll find out more information. I'm out. If you're into music like the kid, I need you to do me a favor and head over to my music reaction Instagram right now and follow me. Day in and day out, I'm holding it down for some of your favorite artists, especially the ones down south. I'm even reacting to up-and-coming artists with the Ferro React of the day. Anybody that follows the account and shows love to some posts becomes eligible for a reaction. If you want to guarantee yourself a reaction, all you got to do is cash out me a payment. We'll discuss that in the DMs. Please support me and follow this account as we continue to find more ways to help empower our also changing and always growing music culture.